Why is this page so slow? Now that's how it all started. If you've ever worked on a growing app, you've probably heard this complaint before. Now in the project I was working on, it was the admin dashboard, specifically the orders page, taking 15 seconds to load. Now this is not great for business, nor your stress levels. Now what followed next was a deep dive into our database queries. And by the end of it, I saw some ridiculously fast results and a much healthier database. So here's exactly how I did it step by step. So the first step is you always diagnose before you dive. So before optimizing anything, you have to find out what's slow. Remember that when a page is slow, it's usually one or two queries dragging things down. So the tools we use to debug this basically debug the slow queries were slow query logging in MySQL, then application performance logs, and explain statements on SQL queries. Now, after doing all these, there was one problematic query that stood out, and that was nothing but this query right over here. Basically select star from orders where customer email like john@example.com. So this one took over 7 seconds to return results. Now after this we came to the end of the diagnostic phase because we figured out what was slowing down our page. So in order to fix this, what we did is we started by using indexes. So without an index, the database has to look through every row in the orders table to check if the email matches. So it's like flipping through every book in a library to find a sentence. So all we did is we added an index. If we didn't add an index, then as you saw before, it was taking 7 seconds. The query was taking 7 seconds to execute. But if we were using an index, then in that case, we first checked if is like using wildcard at the start. So we had to remove the wildcard prefix in the like clause because wildcard in the entire query can't use an index. So as you can see over here, we first check, is there an index on customer email? If there's not, then we scan all queries to match email, like flipping through every book, which is very slow, so the query time takes 7 seconds. But if there is an index on customer email column, then in that case we check, is the like using wildcard at the start, basically our SQL query, if you remember, which is nothing but this. Is it using a wildcard at the start? Yes, it is, because it's this one over here. And if there is a wildcard at the start of your SQL query, then you should remove it because due to the wildcard prefix, we cannot use an index. So instead of that, we simply do something like this. We remove the wildcard from the SQL query and we create an index on the customer email column. So it's going to look something like this. So if we do something like this, we first create an index IDX customer email on the orders table customer email column, and then we update our query, we modify our query to remove the wildcard prefix, and we do select star from orders where customer email is equal to john@example.com. We explicitly define it. So the result of this was the query time dropped from 7 seconds to 40 milliseconds, which is pretty cool. Now after this, there was another slow query that looked innocent enough, but it really wasn't. So if you see this query over here, it says select everything from orders where status equals shipped. But orders had 40 plus columns, including large JSON blobs and long text fields. Now most of this data wasn't even used on the page. So instead of selecting everything, we specified what we exactly needed. So more like select ID status order date from orders where status equals shipped. This ensured that we specified exactly what we needed instead of having to fetch everything all together and including items that were large to process. So this gave us an instant performance boost. Now after this, we found another issue where a query was returning all 10,000 orders. And that's where this next part comes into the picture, which is you need to paginate your data. So if you see this query over here, select ID order table from orders and order by order date in descending order. Now sure, this worked, but it was overkill for a UI that only needed to show the latest 50 orders. So to fix this, we added pagination. So all I did over here is I wrote select ID order date from orders, order by order date descending, similar to the one over here. But then I used limit 50 and an offset of 0. So this made sure that I only showed the latest 50 orders instead of showing everything at once. Now this was much faster and memory friendly. Now after this, the next fix was to cache repeated results, which is obviously a very popular method. Now there was one analytics widget that fetched today's sales count. Now for that, we were running this SQL query where select count star from orders where order date is greater than equal to current date. Now this is simple, but it ran every time someone loaded the dashboard. So this number doesn't change every second. So we cached the result in Redis for 30 seconds. Now because of this, it reduced the database load by 20% with no change in the user experience. Now after this, there are some bonus fixes that made a big difference. These weren't immediate wins, but they had a big impact over time as our app scaled. So the first one is materialized views. So basically, if you've got a query that summarizes tons of data like monthly revenue reports, it can be very slow if calculated live. Now instead of doing the math every time, we used a materialized view to store the result and update it periodically. So after writing this SQL query, you can then query the materialized view instantly by using it like this. Now because of all this, you're not calculating totals on the fly, you're using pre-computed answers, kind of like memoization. Now after that, there's also creating read replicas, which is sharing the load. So as our traffic grew, even fast queries started to overwhelm the primary database. So we added read replicas, which are copies of the main database that handle read-only queries. So our API routed all read operations like fetching orders or stats to replicas, while writes still went to the primary DB. Now this gave us double the throughput with no code changes on the business logic. So after integrating all these changes, this was our final before and after, and you can see a significant difference in the performance after we integrated all these optimizations. So speeding up slow database queries isn't about fancy tricks, it's about understanding how the database thinks and asking it to do less work more intelligently. So the next time someone says this page feels slow, you won't panic. You will open your query log, smile, and say, let me check the query. So that's all for the video. If you found it insightful, drop a like and subscribe for more.